Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Well done. Honorable members, I'll give 3-3. DK, you are the trade unionist.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you for honorable members on my side for agitating for that. At least I make my comments on it. Honorable Speaker, first I would like to say thank you to Waziri for having come so that you can be able to shed light on this very important national issue. Currently, it is raining. The 22% and the 10% of the carer money are so local that as we are going for recess, it is something that this House has said that today we need a solution. I know, Waziri, you are a man of statistics, a man of data, and a man who is strategic.
Stop praising the minister. Ask him a question.
No, I'm coming there. I'm building. But
ask him a question.
What I'm asking is, Speaker, I have to build so that I find. So what I'm asking is,
yes,
the 10.6. You have actually said the mechanical way in which it has been initiated by the courts. What we are asking is, why don't you, in the overall RMLF funds, the fuel levy funds, instead of it lying idle, and given that by June, by the end of this financial year, instead of that money lying idle, you work on the mathematics as we are mediating on the issue and be able to release the remaining 22% and 10% as at 30th of April, so that as we go on from next week, at least the carer roads can be able to be worked on, so that at least our people can be able to enjoy. So we really want you to, instead of being mechanical in terms of execution of that court case, let us be dynamic and be able to say, this is the money that is disposable that we can be able to use, so that it can be recouped in case of the worst when it gets to 30th of June. And I want to assure you, Waziri, there is no money that can go to the counties without passing this House. This is the only House that appropriate funds. And there is no court in Kenya that can pretend that they can allocate money to any agency, to any devolved units, without passing the National Assembly. So it is very important that even if what is agreed, finally it has to come to this House. And that is why, in the wisdom of this House, we said we are going to pass additional allocation to counties minus RMLF. So all these stories, unless it is earning interest, all these stories, it has to come to this House. So kindly, working on that dynamism, kindly release the 22% and the 10% by next week, so that we are able to work on our roads. Thank you.
Mawade.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just want to beseech and encourage the CES that there is a formula that can be a win-win formula. Without going into the details, Mr. CS, as recommended by one of my colleagues, you can find a way to still release 22% and the 10% from the fuel levy fund from other sources, but not necessarily carer. That way we can repair all these roads that have been affected by the rain. Mr. Speaker, in the ongoing communication and negotiation, I am sure we can find a win-win situation where they can. The CES can release the funds back to us, and the governors can sign a consent to release the funds back to us, and the parliament leadership is aware of the formula, and with your guidance, Bwana CS, I am sure these funds will be released to us as soon as possible. We are urging you to please release these funds to 22% and 10% back to the members, please.
Yes, member from Meru at the back. Yes. Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Karido, the MP Gembe Central.
Gembe Central, I've been to your place.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
And you're welcome back again to Gembe Central. Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to encourage and to make it clear to the CS. I think most of us are not new in this country, and we are moving around our counties every day, and we have seen what Kera has done. There is no other fund, especially on loans, which is doing what Kera has done, touching every common person, and even the inner loans that goes to the rural areas, which are dependent upon by our people for survival, in ferrying their products and even for movements. Therefore, I encourage the CS to move with the fast and make sure that our 22 and 10% funds remains intact, and they are relayed to the counties, to the general managers for the Kera, so that they come to our constituencies. Because right now, after these rains, most of our areas are impassable, especially in my area of Gembe Central. There are two sub-counties, and one sub-county is completely unconnected. Without Kera funds to repair those roads, they will remain in Kumekucha. They cannot move out from their areas to the towns and to the major centers. Therefore, I encourage the Speaker, the CS, to release those funds so that our people can survive. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Nabina Buera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. CS, listening to you, other than lamenting and encouraging mediation, I've not seen a solution to the collapsed roads in Lugari constituency. In fact, if I live here without something that says